In a small, peaceful village, there were three friends named Tom, Ben, and Sam. They had known each other since childhood and shared a bond as strong as brothers. They did everything together, playing in the fields, helping their families, and exploring the nearby forest, which was full of mysteries. One sunny afternoon, the three friends decided to venture deeper into the forest than they ever had before. They had heard rumors of a magical tree that granted wishes to those who found it. The tree was said to be hidden deep in the forest, far from the usual paths. Tom, the most adventurous of the three, was excited by the idea and convinced Ben and Sam to join him in the search. As they walked deeper into the forest, the trees grew taller, and the air became cooler. The sunlight barely pierced through the thick canopy, casting long shadows on the forest floor. Despite the eerie atmosphere, the friends pressed on, their excitement fueling their journey. After hours of walking, just as they were about to give up and turn back, they stumbled upon a clearing. In the center stood a large, ancient tree with silver bark that shimmered in the dappled light. Its leaves were a vibrant green, and it seemed to glow with an otherworldly light. They knew at once that this was the magical tree from the stories. Tom, eager as ever, approached the tree first. As he touched its smooth bark, a gentle voice echoed through the clearing, "I am the tree of karma. I grant wishes, but remember, whatever you ask for will come back to you in some form. Choose wisely." Tom's eyes sparkled with greed. He had always wanted to be rich and powerful, so without a second thought, he wished for a treasure chest full of gold. The tree's leaves rustled softly, and a large chest appeared at Tom's feet, filled to the brim with gold coins and sparkling jewels. Tom was overjoyed and quickly began to gather the treasure. Ben, who had a kinder heart but was often influenced by Tom, stepped forward next. He thought for a moment and said, "I wish for a grand house, the biggest in the village, where I can live comfortably for the rest of my life." The tree granted his wish, and in an instant, Ben had the deed to a magnificent mansion that stood on the outskirts of the village. Sam, the most thoughtful of the three, was the last to approach the tree. Unlike his friends, he had no desire for wealth or luxury. He thought carefully about the tree's warning and then made his wish. "I wish for a life full of kindness, health, and love, not just for myself, but for all those around me." The tree's leaves rustled again, but this time, no physical object appeared. Instead, a gentle breeze blew through the clearing, filling Sam's heart with a warm, comforting feeling. He knew that his wish had been granted in a way that couldn't be seen but would be felt throughout his life. The three friends returned to the village, each with their own rewards. Tom became the richest man in the village, but his newfound wealth brought more problems than he had anticipated. People who had once been his friends turned against him, and he found himself constantly worrying about thieves and swindlers. The treasure that had once brought him joy now filled his life with fear and distrust. Ben's grand house was the envy of everyone in the village, but it was also cold and empty. He had the biggest home, but it felt lonely without the warmth of friends and family. Despite his luxurious surroundings, he felt a growing sense of isolation, as if the walls of his mansion were closing in on him. Sam, on the other hand, lived a simple life, but it was filled with happiness. He was surrounded by friends who cared for him, and he found joy in the little things, a warm meal, a kind word, a beautiful sunset. His health remained strong, and he became known in the village for his kindness and wisdom. Whenever someone was in need, Sam was there to help, and in return, the village always supported him. As the years passed, Tom and Ben began to notice the stark difference in their lives compared to Sam's. Tom's wealth had made him miserable, and Ben's grand house had become a lonely prison. They couldn't understand why Sam, who had asked for so little, seemed to have everything they truly wanted: happiness, love, and contentment. One day, the three friends met by the river, where they had played as children. Tom and Ben, tired of their unhappy lives, asked Sam how he had managed to find true happiness. Sam smiled and said, "It wasn't the tree that gave me happiness. It was the choices I made. The tree only showed us the power of karma. You see, whatever you ask for in life, whatever you put out into the world, comes back to you. I wished for kindness and love, and that's what I've received. You wished for wealth and luxury, but those things come with their own burdens. The tree gave us what we asked for, but it also taught us that true happiness doesn't come from riches or possessions. It comes from living a life filled with love, kindness, and gratitude. Tom and Ben listened carefully to Sam's words and realized the truth in them. They decided to change their ways, to focus less on material wealth and more on the things that truly mattered. Over time, they became more like Sam, helping others, spreading kindness, and finding joy in the simple pleasures of life. In the end, the three friends learned that karma is not just about getting what you ask for, but about understanding the impact of your choices. The magic tree had given them a gift far greater than any treasure. It had given them the wisdom to lead meaningful lives. And so, the three friends continued their journey together, no longer in search of riches or fame, but in pursuit of a life filled with happiness, love, and the knowledge that true wealth is found not in what you have, but in how you live. The end.